It's Sunday afternoon, August 10th, about 1:30. I'm on my way from Aitutaki in the Cook Islands to Suvorov Atoll, also in the Cook Islands. About 380 miles from Aitutaki to Suvorov. Passage so far has been pretty nice, except for the first night. I didn't have any wind for about 10 hours and it was real lumpy seas. So I wound up using the motor and bounced around a lot, didn't go very fast. But otherwise, it's pretty much just been like what you see right now. The wind is in the high teens, surprisingly enough, once again from the east-northeast here in the South Pacific. Seas are pretty much about 6 feet. Every once in a while, a couple 8-footers will sneak through from the east. Wind waves are from the northeast. The temperature has climbed significantly from Aitutaki to this position, probably a good 10 degrees Fahrenheit, and I would say the ocean temperature's gone up about 6 or 8 degrees Fahrenheit. So maybe when I get to Suvorov, I'll be actually able to go swimming in the lagoon. As beautiful as Aitutaki was, the water was just too cold for me, and I didn't have any kind of a wetsuit, so I wasn't going to go in the water and go swimming around. Plus, where I was anchored, there was a constant 1-knot current, which means I'd have got it washed away from the boat pretty quick unless I was constantly. Still Sunday, May 12th, about 2:30 in the afternoon now. Up ahead of me, that's the main motu of the Suvorov Atoll. Off to the right, perhaps, you can see there's another very small motu. And most of the lagoon and the other motus that are visible are off to the left in the picture. This main little island is about at the 2 o'clock position if you consider 12 o'clock north. The atoll itself is fairly circular, but far from being perfectly round. I don't know if there are any other boats in the lagoon. I can't see any masts from this distance. I see a couple of markers out there, and I'm wondering if they're range markers or some kind of navigation markers. The last time I was here, there was nothing like that at all. Navigation was simply go through the pass and watch out for the couple of spots of reef that are inside the lagoon immediately when you get through the pass. Very easy to see, however. Wind is still steady, blowing 15, 18 knots, something like that. And the seas are still pretty steady at about 6 feet. Generally speaking, a beautiful tropical day, kind of typical here in the South Pacific. Some puffball clouds there. It's Tuesday morning, the 12th of September, and that is Suvorov. Well, actually the whole place is Suvorov. I don't know what the name of this particular motu is, but that's the main motu. There's a Cook Island family, husband and wife and 4 young boys that are the caretakers and live here through the season, which is about 6 months. You can see the beautiful light green water, like right down here where I'm anchored. That's about 10 or 12 feet of water. You can see the coral heads all over the place. This is hard coral, so my anchor is basically just laying on the bottom and is hooked on a coral head. That's what's keeping the boat stable. There are 5 other boats here. I believe that's an American boat, and beyond it is a Swedish boat. The dark blue boat is a German boat, single-hander. And the smaller of those 2 boats is a French boat with a couple with a young baby. And the other folks, I think, are perhaps also German. You can see it's absolutely a gorgeous lagoon with, you can see the light green spots here and there. Later today we're going to take a dinghy to trip over to that Motu. A bunch of the folks here and John and his wife Veronica, who are the caretakers. So, well, this is Thursday morning, I think, and that's a view looking north across the atoll to another one of the Motus here at Suvorov. Here's a view across the lagoon from the main island. Another boat came in yesterday, so now we are 6, and we're expecting a couple more to arrive in the next couple days. I had a bit of a squally afternoon yesterday, some pretty strong wind and very heavy cloud cover and some intermittent rain showers. But today it's turned into another beautiful day. The nice little shack there on the beach for folks to get together. Sometimes we have cookouts up here on the beach, potluck. Here you can see the waves breaking on the coral reef. The last couple of days it's been pretty windy, so there's a good sea running out there. Obviously not the thing you want to look up and see, it's to leeward of you. That's the one of the other Motus that we went to the other day on our little excursion. And that Motu you can actually walk to from here across the reef when it's low tide like it is now. Of course the tide isn't very much, only about 18 inches. Across here, of course, it's all quite shallow. Most of that water is not even knee deep. And then the light green color, it gets about 10-12 feet. And there are the 6 boats at anchor.